Definitely wind gusts, that's for sure. All right, we're gonna shoot west here, or sorry, east. Get back east here towards Seneca, Kansas. So I promised Chad the little notifications from me there in the chat. I've got those preset, but apparently I hit something wrong and preset them to all pop up at the same time. So I guarantee you next stream I'll have those spaced out. I can imagine they're getting annoying for you guys because they're getting annoying for me popping up that much. So we're definitely going to fix that next stream. Kind of live and learn. This is the first chase mode, so got to get the bugs out and knock the rust off and all that good stuff. We may get to Hiawatha, and if we can beat out this storm as it's moving, we might be able to turn back on it at Hiawatha and watch it come in. Right now we're sitting at 44 degrees, and I think it's safe to say the cold front's arrived. Oh,
A new tornado warning has been issued.
okay. Looks like we're back up. I hope we're back up. Had me nervous there for a minute. Almost looked like my stream quit. But hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully you're all still there tuned in. Oh, geez. We're trying to race our way back over towards Hiawatha, guys. Thanks, buddy. So if you're tuning in or just tuning in, up here in northeast, north central Kansas. Currently headed east, US 36. Making my way towards Seneca, Kansas. Then I'm going to continue on towards Hiawatha, Kansas. Trying to get ahead of this storm that's kind of tracking to the northeast. Going to see if I can't get over to Hiawatha and then turn back to it. Rain and all that, that's kind of the northern edge of that cell. But surprisingly, none of these cells have over here where I've been have went severe warned. They've produced some hail, but they've never went severe warned. 50-mile-per-hour gusts. There have been special weather statements on them, just advising of the wind gusts and the hail, but other than that, nothing has went severe. I was hoping for a little more excitement, like at least a decent thunderstorm, maybe some good structure, but nah, it's really been a bit of a bust. And that's okay. I mean, that's part of the chase game. Um, does suck, just wasn't able to get some decent structure or anything, but it's just the way it goes. You drive a lot of miles and invest a lot in it, and takes a bit for the payoff. I mean, too, we have to remember that we're only in like the first week of March here, so to have severe weather already, it's kind of not the norm per se. Um, Kind of an early start to severe season, but nonetheless, I mean, it did get a lot of chasers out, good or bad. Did get a lot of chasers out, so for like me, it gives me a chance to kind of brush up on my skills, knock the rust off, see how equipment goes, test out my new setup. We still have Rose talking. Still having some updates I need to do to my setup. But
A new tornado warning has been issued.
stream went. Looking to see what I need to change, what I need to adjust. Try to finish the upgrades on my vehicle. Got a couple amazing or nice upgrades that I want to get done. I was trying to get them done before today, but time constraints, but also battling the sickness in the household, and so that didn't help matters much. Yeah, looks like taking a quick look at the radar, I think we're starting to see what we call a QLCS or quasi-linear convective system. Basically, that's where you get several cells starting to merge into one linear system that kind of stretches northeast to southwest, or southwest to northeast, moving off to the northeast, kind of. I think we're starting to see that setup happen. This is going to continue to push off to the east northeast. Depending on how segments, if a segment starts to bow, that typically means we could have some strong wind gusts coming out of that. You could have hail, some good sized diameter hail. That is actually one of the threats that was assessed for potentially today. Strong wind gusts, and with the QLCS, you can't rule out a few embedded tornadoes or brief spin ups. That's not uncommon with QLCS type setup, or like I said, quasi-linear convective system. That does appear to be what is happening. Just looking here for Kansas, they're starting to see several special weather statements drop on that now, reflecting that. I'm still going to try to make a push to get to Hiawatha and then get back on this.
A new tornado warning
We've
has
kind of
been
entered
issued.
the warm layer again. We're back up to 64, 65 degrees. So we're getting ahead of that cold front. But it does tell me that when this system pushes through, that cold front's right behind it. Temperatures, I mean, that's going to pretty much fizzle things out behind this. So we're coming through Seneca, Kansas right now. We're going to continue on east. Like I said, get over to Hiawatha, Kansas, and maybe try to turn back on that my gosh, my mouse tried, folks. QLCS, quasi-linear convective system. Face back on it and watch that roll through as it comes towards Hiawatha there. I'm staying ahead of it pretty good, but it is catching up to me. Going slow through Seneca here is kind of keeping me held up, but we'll get through Seneca here and get back over to Hiawatha. Can you tell what the lane setup is here? Okay. I haven't been to Seneca in quite some time. There are a couple food places that I'd love to check out here. Local hotspots. Allie's Cafe, I think I've heard of that. So if you know about Seneca or anything about Seneca, drop in the chat. Let me know what's good places to eat here in Seneca. What's like the local flavor, the local hotspot, and what to order. Definitely out this way again. I got time. I'll stop in and grab a bite. Which surprisingly, I have not ate all day, which is crazy. I've not ate a single thing all day. I've just had beverages. And still rocking and rolling. Yes, there's McDonald's there. No, I will not eat McDonald's. I refer to that as McSick. I think it's some of the worst food you could eat. And I don't know that you can even call it food, to be quite honest. Not sure what that stuff's made of, but not good for your body, folks. Sorry to rain on your parade if you're a fan of McDonald's, but that stuff's bad for you. Bad, bad. See, there lies the problem. Haven't ate all day. I started talking about food. So there you have it, folks. Ooh, railroad bump. Ew. Sorry. All right. We're shooting back east. We're going to get to Hiawatha. We're about 25 miles out of Hiawatha. So let's get back over there. We'll see if we can get turned back on this storm. But it is basically falling into a QLCS setup. If I get a chance when I get to Hiawatha, I'll try to show you that, what I'm talking about. You might be able to pull it up. If you look down in my radar bubble there, what I'm talking about is that right there. So everything is falling into one big line here. That is what we call a QLCS, quasi-linear convective system. Basically, just a bunch of cells that kind of accumulate in a line there and start rolling together. Will be more on the, I guess you could say the leading edge of it. We're just ahead of it, the very northeast edge of it. We're going to try to get as ahead of it as we can, and then turn back on it for when it comes up to Hiawatha there. And then that'll probably be our rock and roll right there. That'll probably be the cherry on the top for the night, I guess you could say. It's not the kind of cherry I would prefer. I was hoping we got to get you a good storm chat, but nonetheless. Sometimes you just got to take what you can get and be satisfied. No complaints. It's all part of the game. I have to go into my radar book. All right, chat, hang tight. Getting pulled over. Oh, there he is. Oh, hello.
Hello. Deputy Douglas Sheriff's Office.
Yes, sir.
A little fast.
I know. I'm trying to get back over to Hiawatha and turn back on this cell that's coming through.
I got you. You're about 77 in the 65.
Yeah.
You have your license with you?
I do. I'm going to reach right here.
That's fine.
And then can you tell me, is my October sticker still on my plate?
Is it like right now?
Yeah, my registration sticker.
Yeah, it's still there.
Okay. Reason I asked that is because when it came in the mail, the adhesive wasn't wanting to adhese to it,
Oh, yeah.
and I was afraid I'm going to eventually lose it.
I got you. Do you have your insurance card too? Or on your phone?
Yes, I have it on my 45 degrees,
Oh, really?
like that. And then I get back over here and I'm popping back up to 60s.
Yeah, it's awful. Been
But-
warm over here all day.
Yeah,
Should have went to Oklahoma
yeah, that's where the fun was. Yeah,
2 days in a row.
yeah.
all good there. As long as everything warning tells the sheriff I stopped you, told you to slow down, okay?
I appreciate that.
Yep.
All right, chat. Trying to get some lead times, but if you're with me there in the chat, I was going a little too fast and guilty as charged and everything. He's cool about it, asking about the weather, what we're looking at.
A new tornado
he knows what
warning
I'm
has
doing.
been issued.
So license should be good. I shouldn't have anything come back on my license. I would crap if it did, but we're gonna still try to get over to Hiawatha. But guilty as charged on the speeding. And if I did get a ticket, I would be good for it. But sounds like he's just going to do a warning, and I appreciate that, chat. So
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Alright, there's your license back.
all right,
Yellow one, just a warning, says I told you to slow down. Tells the boss I'm not doing my job.
I appreciate it, man.
Questions, boss?
Not that I can think of.
Alrighty, we'll slow down, drive safe, okay?
All right, will do. You be safe, brother.
Thanks.
Yep. All right, guys. We're gonna try to get back going here. All right. All right, chat. Well, like I said, guilty as charged there. I actually did not look down at my speedometer, and that's my fault. So, guilty as charged there. Speed limit 65, and I was in the 70s. So, guilty as charged. Luckily, I got a warning. He was pretty nice about it, and I think he definitely showed some mutual respect for what we're doing out here, and that's the key. When you know you screwed up, you just be straightforward and honest. You don't have an attitude, and it goes smooth. And like I said, if he wrote me a ticket, what can I say? I'm guilty as charged. So, but luckily, come off with a warning, and he's let me on my way, and we're going to continue on towards Hiawatha here. So, lesson learned. I just need to pay more attention to that speedometer. So we all make mistakes, and that's sometimes the price we pay. But he's just doing his job, and Just on the northeast edge there, there's a little bit of a wraparound. Yeah, that's hooking back around. Just have to keep an eye on that. This is what I'm talking about right here, chat by Centralia. If you watch, this kind of road pulls right back around here. So I'm gonna try to get, still try to get over to Hiawatha here. And they get faced back on that. Just ahead of it. Not by much, but ahead of it. I got lightning to my back. But let's see if that gives us anything worthy in the stream. We're almost to Hiawatha. I think they're coming, maybe coming back into Fairview here.
A new tornado warning has been issued. Okay, we're back in Brown County. Definitely getting out ahead of it, guys. So I think we'll have time to turn back on it. Watch it as it comes through Hiawatha. Almost there, chat. Almost there to Hiawatha, and then we'll get turned back on this system as it's coming through. One of the upgrades that I'll have on this vehicle, guys, is an onboard weather station that I'll be able to get real-time data, wind speeds, wind direction, our dews, temperatures, all that stuff in real time wherever I'm at. It's just a matter of getting that put on the vehicle here. Another is a exterior camera that's 360 rotates 360 degrees, pan tilts, all that stuff, to give different views of storms when I may be going one direction but can look back on the storm or at the side. Those are all upgrades that I've got to get done yet to my chase vehicle, and then we'll pretty well be set. Almost to Hiawatha here. Bad thing about getting pulled over is my wife will probably give me a hard time about that, because my wife has had quite the knack of getting pulled over for speeding and things like that over the last couple of years. She's been kind of a cop magnet of getting pulled over, and I've given her such a hard time. And then lo and behold, I get pulled over. So she's probably going to give me some serious grief over that. But the difference is I got a warning. So I guess I still have that. But I'll probably never hear the end of it. Oh boy. Still tornado watch. Looks like they've extended out the tornado watch, so I may have to, they've extended out the tornado watch over St. Joe, Northwest Missouri. They were kind of out of it for a while, but it looks like they put them all back in it. Potentially could be due to these quasi-linear system that's going to be pushing through. Maybe why. Like I said, with the quasi-linear convective system, you can have brief spin-ups. You can have embedded tornadoes in that. I mean, just because it forms that line like that doesn't necessarily mean that no tornadoes are going to happen, you know. I mean, I'm in the warm sector again. We're 64 degrees still, almost 8:30 p.m. So there's still some warmth there for these storms. We're ahead of them here. Like I said, I'm trying to get over here to Hiawatha, just about there. I'm going to turn back to the west, southwest, and just kind of sit and let this come in on us, and yeah, see what it brings. And once it pushes through, that's probably going to be it. At least we'll get to experience that. We're almost about to round the bend here for Hiawatha. That nice little curve there by Walmart. Good old Wally World. Kind of get out of this line of traffic too. I need to get out and stretch my legs a little bit for the moment too. So, whew, I tell you. We'll get turned around on it and see here. If you stayed tuned in or kept checking in on the stream, I appreciate you guys, appreciate the support, appreciate you guys taking the time to tune in, check it out, check out the stream. Sorry it hasn't been more exciting. We haven't had any real good storm action. It goes that way sometimes, but we're going to try to at least get back on this QLCS quasi-linear system, and as it starts to roll, approach Hiawatha, Kansas here, and up here in Brown County, northeast Kansas, and we'll see what we get from it. I also need to stretch my legs. I've been sitting too long, folks, too long. So, we're going to get back up here and turn back on it. New special weather statement there, kind of on that leading edge. It's not too far from us, folks. It's not going to take long to get here. So, give me a chance to look at this new special weather statement that just popped, and actually pointing right our direction. So, see what it has to say. They've kind of pulled off the part of the special weather statement, so trying to see what's going on here with that. Exit here and get over where we can get a good look. That ain't what I want. Sorry for the FH bomb there, but that's not what I wanted to do there.
A new flash flood warning has been issued.
All right. Chat, we're here. We're going to sit and watch. Let me bring up on radar here what we're taking a look at. So right here, got this cell kind of moving our way, tracking up here. See what the weather statement says. Looks like 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts, half-inch hail. Gonna keep coming that way. I'm gonna check real quick, see what the updates on the tornado watch are. Still has us under tornado watch. No real significant details in that. But yeah, we're gonna sit and let this one roll in towards us and go from there. I'm gonna step out of the vehicle for a moment. Oh, we got some good lightning. Good lightning. Let me kind of angle a little bit from that light. Kind of get us more. There we go. All right. So we're here in Hiawatha, Kansas, and we're hopefully the stream will stay going steady here. We're just gonna watch this cell roll in and see what it gives us. I'm gonna step out of the car for a moment, kind of stretch my legs. So yeah, I've been surprised. I mean, yeah, the cold front's not too far off. Um, it does look like most of the action stayed kind of down there in the southwest Missouri, southeast Kansas area. There is a tornado warning just looks like just southwest of Pryor Creek. Down in Oklahoma. That's an observed tornado, so they weren't. Tornadoes were happening. Not in our area. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing. It's good. Everybody stays safe. Earlier, I had the question about Atchison, Kansas. I would say you're going to expect to see some rain, some thunder, and like that. Probably move through. Probably within the next couple hours. There's some rain just to the west of Holton, Kansas now. Horton, Hiawatha, we're going to see it here within the next probably 45 minutes or so, maybe next 30. But we're going to sit here, chat. We're going to ride this one out, and then we may consider calling it. I believe that cold front is putting a kaput to things. I mean, it's right behind this line. We were over in Frankfort, and they've already taken Frankfort out of the tornado watch. I can show you that real quick here. The frontal line is literally right behind this mess. So we're right there at that blue dot. Right here at Hiawatha, that blue dot's us. This is what we're waiting on to come up. We'll ride it out. But then, yeah, there's Frankfort. We were at Frankfort. It's no longer in tornado watch. And right here is your frontal line that's just making a kaput. I mean, you look at, right here, let's say we'll look at that. So 9-mile-per-hour wind gusts. This is at Sabetha Municipal. South winds. That's the sky conditions. But then, I don't know if we get over here towards St. Joe, I mean, it's still 66, 62 degrees. Or, but then we pop back over here to Marysville and it's 36 degrees. So, I mean, it's the cold front. I mean, yeah, right there. It's 36 degrees. So we're going to let this storm hit us. And then we'll probably just let it be there. So maybe it'll give us a good light show. We'll see. But yeah. I may angle just a bit more here for you guys. Kind of want to make sure you guys have a good frame of view here. But out of all of this, I mean, where we've been, we've not gotten any severe thunderstorm warnings, watches, anything like that. So, and this whole line down, I mean, I can show you here on radar. This is literally
a new tornado
forming.
warning has been
This
issued.
is what we talk about quasi-linear system is. It's just literally this whole line right here, all the way down to the southwest, and right behind it's the cold front. And I mean, you're looking at 30-degree temperatures. I mean, it's just kiboshing everything as that cold front catches up. And yeah, we're gonna sit here. We're gonna watch the one that's got the special weather statement on it. It's gonna come up to Hiawatha. and then we'll probably just trail on back towards the St. Joseph area and go from there. Could have went towards Chillicothe area and ride those storms out, but yeah, I'm actually surprised to an extent that they extended the tornado watch back into St. Joseph and stuff like that. Maybe just because of the quasi-linear system. But overall, I think as this cold front continues to catch up with these storms here, we're pretty much going to see the end of it for our area.
Starting to get some lightning popping towards our west. I'm kind of looking west-southwest here. I do appreciate all of you that have tuned in today and this evening and tonight. All that support's greatly appreciated, so thank you for that. Those have participated in the chat, the live chat, and said hello and saw several familiar names, and so I appreciate you guys for showing the support. We'll at least get this storm coming in on the stream, but that's about all we're going to get tonight. I believe, folks. But it was a good first run. I do enjoy getting out and driving and being out here like this. I really do. Even on the bus like this, I mean, it's kind of that serenity or whatever you want to call it, that calm. I enjoy the weather, love everything about it, the mechanics, the science behind it. I'm excited to see. Probably won't get to check it out till tomorrow, but I'm excited to look back on my fellow Midwest Meso members that were down in Southeast Missouri. There tonight. See what they picked up, what they got. Sounds like they got some good action from what I could hear on the radio there. So excited to check out what they've got posted and everything. So if you're still watching, if I do have somebody still watching, be sure to say hi, just so I know you're out there. They've been streaming for about 4 hours and 15 minutes. Man. Let's see here. Get in here real quick on the old Facebook here. Oh, yep. All right.
Yeah, chat. I will definitely adjust and fix where that keeps dropping and filling up the chat with those. Well, they just popped up there, so there you go. I don't know if I can do that live right now, but that is something I want to address or fix because yeah, I can imagine it gets pretty
A new tornado warning has been issued.
pretty tiresome of those constantly popping up. Yeah, we got a cell tracking directly towards us here within that special weather statement. Looks like it's moving at 35 knots, about half-inch hail. Not a very tall storm. It's topping out just under 30. Base is about just slightly over 10,000. Yeah. We'll go ahead and write it out, guys, and it should be up on us in just about 45 minutes. So maybe we'll get a little bit of hail out of it. We'll just see. It could shift too. Those things have definitely been kind of shifty. There's only about 12 minutes left on our special weather statement. It'd be interesting to see if they reissue it or extend it. We'll look at something here real quick. Starting to get some rain. It's not surprising. Take a peek. I'm gonna see if we're still going on YouTube. Well, that says we're still on YouTube. Maybe we'll see some decent lightning. Maybe we'll get a little bit of hail. Maybe get some hailstones. We'll see. just for pure giggles, I'm going to take a look at velocity. See. Oh, yeah. Not really. A couple little churns in there, but nothing that stands out to me. Even this looks like it's kind of falling apart. I mean, there'll be some lightning in it, but it's pretty much. Oh, yeah. Cold front's catching up. Temperatures have already dropped near here over by Berwick to 46 degrees. So, yeah, that cold front is just, it's catching up and it's kaputting everything. So, yeah, it's falling apart up here. What actually looked like it'd be decent, maybe have some hail. It's yeah. So, I think we're kind of seeing the end come to this, guys, for kind of northeast Kansas here. So, there's 5 minutes left on this special weather statement. If they don't reissue it, I would say we're probably going to call it good. But yeah, the temperatures, as soon as this goes through, I mean, temperatures are just plummeting. So, yeah, and they've actually, the nearest special weather statements are well past Manhattan, Kansas, south of that. But just on the backside of this, when I look at the backside of the line here, temperatures are 40s, 30s. So yeah, it's squashing out. Um, yeah. Well, dang, that's kind of what happens. It's kind of the way it goes. So we'll wait here, see if they reissue that special weather statement. Would not be surprised if they don't. But even that storm, I mean, it's falling apart quick. So I think it's safe to say the cold front put a kibosh on things. It caught up pretty quick and pretty much squelched anything from happening up here of any substance. So, yeah, I mean, here comes the winds now. Wind gusting. You see the rain. I mean, it's just going to be a rainstorm. Nothing much to it. I'll honestly be surprised if they reissue that special weather statement. but it's losing its muster. Let's just put it that way. It's losing its oomph. Cold front's killing everything, guys.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Sadly, we didn't even get on a decent storm. Just kind of all fell apart. About 3 minutes left on the special weather statement. I would not be surprised if they don't extend it. We're going to feel those gusts happening, and temperatures are going to drop, and that's going to be the end of it. Yeah. Nothing spinning, nothing. Whoop. Back over here to reflectivity. Just kind of waiting to see what they do with the special weather statement, guys, but looks like they may have extended it. Yep, there we go. Yeah, so they've extended it up to cover Hiawatha. 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts, half-inch hail remaining. Looks like it's actually going to track south of. Looks like south of Hiawatha. But we're going to go ahead. We're going to make our drive. Continue on east. Hey, Felicia. I am back in Hiawatha, Kansas. Brown County, northeast Kansas. Just at the very northeast edge of the kind of a quasi-linear convective system that's basically all these storms are turning into one long line extending from the southwest to the northeast. The cold front is catching up to these storms, which is pretty much squashing any ability for them to really get fired and going. Right here where I'm at in Hiawatha is showing we're about 64 degrees. Just back to the west, just on the other side of this, it's like 40s. So it's the cold front's catching up really quick. So I'm actually going to track back to the east, kind of making my way kind of back towards home. I don't think we're going to see much from this. Nothing has turned into severe storms, severe warned storms, anything like that. At best, there's been some little over an inch hail, and some wind gusts, 40, 50 mile per hour wind gusts. But yeah, Felicia, it seems like the southwest Missouri area was a little more active tonight. I did have some guys with the Midwest Meso Project, fellow members of the Midwest Meso Project, that were actually down near that area chasing. You guys still have storms kind of coming your way, going through your area. So just, stay kind of tuned in, be weather aware. But yeah, you guys a little more active down that way than what we were up here where I'm at. All right, chat, we're going to make our way back east. We'll probably run into rain here, but we're just going to stay kind of ahead of this line. It's not going to take much before it squashes out. Yeah, temperatures are already dropping with the rain. So yeah, that cold front is
A
just
new flash flood warning has
raging
been
behind
issued.
this, and it's just catching up too quick, squashing everything here. Yeah, no problem, Felicia. You're welcome. Definitely down there in the Joplin area, highly recommend staying tuned in to Doug Hetty, meteorologist down that way. Guy's wonderful, wonderful guy. Great wealth of knowledge. Yeah, that'd be my recommendation for you guys down there. He's got his own page, got his own weather page going, live streams and such. Stays on top of everything for you guys down in that area. Well, about the only thing I got was when we had a little bit of a clearing there just north of Westmoreland, Kansas, and off to the west southwest. Was able to see a nice tower, a good bit of structure, but then it just got overcame quickly. So I think I'll have to try to go back in stream and catch up with that. Hey, Serenity, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, St. Joe, you guys got added to that tornado watch earlier. Then they took you guys out. Then they put you back in. I honestly think the only reason was because of this quasi-linear system that's coming through. May get some strong winds, a little bit of hail, but as I've been saying, the cold front is like right on this line of storms, and it's not taking much to pretty much kind of keep a cap on them from going anything big. That's not to say it couldn't happen if they just hit the right environment at the right time, but it's squashing it pretty quick. I'm over here, not too far from St. Joseph, Missouri. I'm almost to Highland, Kansas, headed east toward. But I think everybody will definitely get some wind, some rain, maybe a little bit of hail. But I think as far as the tornado threat, I don't want to say it absolutely will not happen, but the likelihood is getting smaller and smaller that anything up in this area tornadic would happen. I think the cold front's here, it's bursting through, and it's shutting things down quick. Sadly, the cold front has been kind of the bane of my existence because each storm that I've tried to get on, the cold front has caught it and pretty much squashed it. I just want to say thanks to everybody that's tuned in tonight. Even though we didn't get into anything, I guess you say exciting. We tried. That's just the way it goes with chasing. Um, you try to get the perfect spot. You try to get hit it just right, and more times than not you bust, and more bust than bang. But it doesn't stop me from coming out here. The ultimate goal is to keep people weather aware. I'd rather be out here spotting, chasing, keeping people informed of what's going on, and that way you guys can all stay safe. But I appreciate each and every one of you that took the time to tune in. Your support means more than anything, more than you can realize. Um, if you're not a follower or subscriber, be sure to like and follow me there on Facebook, Storm Chaser Jeff Smith. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Storm Chaser Jeff Smith, and I'm also on Instagram at JDSmithWX. Follow me on there as well. This Monday, I'm going to be in Clinton, Missouri for a weather seminar put on by Jim Sublet. We know him as Subby. Wonderful guy, meteorologist. He's actually our meteorologist for the Midwest Meso Project, the research group I'm a part of. We've got some big things happening this season. All of us are going to be at this event there in Clinton, Missouri. You can find information about it on Subby's Weather Talk, Subby's WCMO West Central Missouri advisory page on Facebook. You'll see the link there. There's going to be a special video presentation by Gary Lezak, formerly of Kansas City weather fame. He currently lives out around Golden, Colorado. But there's going to be a nice video presentation about the LRC, or long range models, or long range forecasting, kind of going over the patterns, the weather patterns and things like that of how weathers can be predicted in advance for potential setups. It's amazing and highly accurate, surprisingly. But so yeah, that's on Monday. It's in Clinton, Missouri. I want to say it's called the Bethany Center. Don't quote me on that. That may be Bethany may be the name of the street. Excuse me. But 6 o'clock, you can come meet and greet with Storm Chasers. Like I said, I'll be there. See the chase vehicles, the equipment, kind of things go behind it. 6:30 is when the seminar kicks off. And feel free to come out and check it out, especially if you're in that area. We'd be happy to meet you and see you there. But that's kind of what's next up for me. Other than that, over the weekend, I'm going to be kind of working on my equipment, kind of iron out the kinks. Since this was first chase mode, that was kind of a test here to see how things go. Not sure what's happening up here unless a blinker comes on. Okay, they're exiting over, I guess. But yeah, so try to finish the upgrades to my chase vehicle. My chase vehicle, aptly named the Storm Cruiser. So keep an eye out for me. If I'm out and about and I'm not busy actively chasing, you see me at a gas station or something, be sure to say hi. Always a pleasure to meet people, share interest in the weather and talk about weather and like that. So we're going to get back over towards Donovan County here, or I guess we're not too far off from Donovan County, Kansas, here in northeast Kansas, and we'll probably get ready to cut the stream, but get back over here and looks like just the south edge of Hiawatha is going to get some pretty good hail, some heavy rain, which I kind of saw the wall of that rain in the distance there to the west with the lightning flashes. I was like, yeah, do I really want to sit here just for a wall of rain? Nah, I'll pass. Next up, we get down this way a little bit more. We'll call it good, and I'm gonna make my way on home for the night and review some things. I am gonna go back in my stream and see if I can get a screenshot of the structure. How brief it was that I got to see that, but just so I can kind of look at it a little bit more. I like the looks of it, but again, just things got overtook and it wasn't very long lived. Pretty disappointing. But these things happen. And again, I think why I'm not that upset about it, honestly, is I keep telling myself this is just the first week of March. Typically, the storm season doesn't start this early. I mean, that's not very common. We are getting an early start to it. Tornadoes last night, unexpectedly. They did claim a couple lives, very, very tragically. Which my thoughts, prayers, my heart goes out to that family, that community. I can't imagine. If I recall right, it was a mother and a daughter, or mother and a child, of male or female child, but they got caught on the roadway by the tornado, and you know the rest of the story there. So there were some large destructive tornadoes that dropped last night, Texas, Oklahoma, and then even into southern Kansas. There was a couple of tornadoes, and so it can happen anytime. But yeah, sadly, it did claim some lives over there by Fairview, Oklahoma. So very sad there. That's doing this. I mean, we love weather. We're passionate about weather. We love the chase, seeing the dynamics of the environment, how things work, how the sky changes like that. It's all impressive. And I'll take, a tornado down in an unpopulated area, open field, what have you, any day. But when we get into towns or people get hurt, lives get disrupted,
A new
that's
tornado warning has been
that's
issued.
the downside to this. It just motivates you that much more to keep pushing to make sure people are weather aware and people are well prepared, well warned, that they know what's going on out here in the field. We're eyes on the ground. We provide that ground truth. Believe it or not, the radar doesn't always accurately reflect what's happening. So having chasers out there in the field, seeing what's going on, collecting data, making reports, being those eyes on the sky, that's a huge help to the Weather Service, to protecting people, keeping people informed. And that's just the big motivator for being out here.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Looking forward to the research projects that myself, as a part of Midwest Meso, the whole crew with Midwest Meso, we're going to be doing this year. Excited to get the game rolling there. Find out more about that, you can visit MidwestMeso.com. They're on the interwebs. And check everything out that we've got going on. We've got probes and all kinds of things that we're going to be putting out in storms and collecting data, getting that data to the Weather Service to try to increase the lead times on warnings, help keep people informed and safe. Looking back here on the radar, and the cold just right behind the line of storms there, and it's just messy looking. All right. I thank you guys all for tuning in. Like I said, I can't thank you enough. Those that took the time to peek in, even if you didn't stay consistent, just visiting and saying hi in the chat and checking out for a bit. All that support is greatly appreciated. So thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. It means the world to me. Um, Stay tuned into the socials. Got a lot of things coming this chase season, so stay tuned into the socials. But I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it for the night. Back into Donovan County here, making my way back towards home, and calling it good for the night. So thank you guys. Be safe. Stay weather aware. Remember, try to have multiple ways to receive alerts and warnings for severe weather. Keep in mind, layers, meaning multiple ways, layers save lives. And guys, I've got a good announcement, big announcement I'm actually excited about coming this weekend, as it pertains to that. That right there, layers save lives. But more to come on that over the weekend. Just tune into my socials and we'll make that announcement very soon. And then look forward to hopefully seeing some of you there in Clinton, Missouri on Monday evening. But other than that, guys, try to have a great night. Just know you'll probably get some rain, some